Hey everybody, I hope your day is off to a great start. I want to dive into part two of how to build a culture in the workplace. And we're strictly talking implementation and how to start to develop culture and actually create it, right? So if everybody remembers part one of how to build culture in the workplace, we talked about three things. We talked about developing guiding principles, which is really the foundation. We talked about creating a management philosophy. And third, we talked about just simply knowing your industry and knowing the type of people that work in that industry. All right. Now, part two is going to be how to create guiding principles. These principles are really going to be the driver that builds the culture once you get working and living with them. Okay. It's what people will bond over, it's what people will have in common on a daily basis, solving problems and working through things. So if everybody remembers in the beginning, when we started this, we talked about why culture is important in the workplace. And what I tried to discuss with everybody is Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. Those human needs still drag into work just like anything else, okay? And here's just a few of the things that when you're creating principles, what you should be thinking about: morality, security, connection, recognition, growth, and self-worth. Those items are all in that pyramid of Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. So make sure that when you're creating principles, you're creating some that are around those exact items, all right? And that culture via the principles is utilizing those thoughts, okay? Now, some other ideas and things that I use that I believe in when it comes to how to create guiding principles. So you always hear, I don't know if it's a millennial term or whatever it is, they call creating a safe place. Well, I believe in creating a safe place, but I believe in creating a safe place not as probably it's spoken about when people say safe place. I believe in things like this. People should be able to speak openly. One thing I took from Ray Dalio's book called Principles is radical candor and the importance of being able to have radical candor. Now, people need to be able to speak openly and have radical candor the right way. That's extremely important. But it's a lot of organizations where people are not comfortable to speak openly and have radical candor. A piece of that is asking questions. In your culture, are people comfortable to ask questions? Do they feel, or do they harbor them? Do they not ask them in fear of looking stupid, in fear of either being told what to do, being reprimanded, or do they just not care enough, right? Um, Another thought that I have when it comes creating principles is no fear, only progress. So that's something that you have to find a way to instill in your people is you don't want people fearful at work. You want them thinking of progress. So they're going to ask questions. They're going to speak openly so that they can create progress for themselves and for the business and that they're not fearful. Okay. You don't want people working in fear. Uh, Another point, resources and guidance. Resources and guidance are huge. That comes from your onboarding process to a person's first week to even just the resources and guidance that a person has to do their job. Do they have everything that they need to be successful? Oftentimes businesses have major turnover and then they wonder why they have turnover, but they always think it's the people. Oh, nobody wants to work hard. Oh, nobody. That stuff's all bullshit. You have to look at yourself first. Look at yourself as a business in the mirror. Are you giving resources and guidance for people to be successful? Because if you think you're just going to plug people into a seat and they're magically going to be great at their job, it does not work that way. The last one I think for creating guiding principles in terms of a theme that I think is super important, that I think most business owners, leaders, whoever it may be, struggle with is trust. Okay? You have to give trust as an organization in order to get trust. And I think ultimately what you're looking for is for your team, employees, and staff to trust the organization, to trust the leadership. So you have to give it first. You can't just expect it from individuals. That could be simple stuff, right? Being a little bit lenient when it comes to, I don't know, say a person has a sick dog. Just stupid stuff when it comes down to people needing some flexibility. We need to treat everybody like adults, right? They say, give them enough slack. Like You always need to give people the rope, give them the benefit of the doubt, and obviously until you get burned or holding them accountable on that side. But you got to give trust first. And also, if you go back to what we originally talked about a while back, it's about, right person, right seat. Well, if you know the principles of the business and you're hiring people that believe in those principles, you probably don't have to worry about giving trust to people in order to get trust. So that's part 2 of how to build culture in the workplace. Just quick recap. Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, right? You're looking to install principles based around morality, security, connection, recognition, growth, self-worth. Then some other stuff about creating a safe place. That means that people can speak openly. They can speak with radical candor. They can ask questions. They don't work in fear. They only work for progress. They have resources and they have guidance. And last, trust. Give trust to get trust. I hope everybody has a great day, and I look forward to putting out part 3. Thank you.